And are other people who?
My name's Emma Romano. This is the beautiful Linda Knight. We tried to do a live on Facebook. It wasn't happening for us, but I am so passionate about getting this chick. I want you to know this beautiful woman. So I met Linda when I was doing my my talking tour in America at Hypnobiz in New York, and I was in Heartland in St. Louis. Linda so Anthony and I actually went into one of Linda's classes, because what happens at these, you've just got classes, you've got like 4 or 5 rooms going at one time, and you choose which class you want to go to. I'd already done my talk, and then Linda was one of the ones who were like, okay, let's see what this chick's about. Didn't know her, walked in, and she took all of us through a process, and my mind went, something very profound shifted in me. Completely shifted in me. So I said to Linda, I went, Linda, please, 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 I want everyone I know to hear about you. And I want them to come and see you. And Linda, so Linda, I'm just going to hand it over to you, gorgeous girl. Just explain who you are and what you're about and what you do.
Well, as you said, my name is Linda Knight, and I'm a hypnotherapist. I specialize in using parts therapy to help people change habits. Primarily smoking, weight management, and but also even things like hair pulling or nail biting, any kind of habit that people have. The belief that I have is that all of our behaviors are started for a reason. And that reason is the subconscious mind's primary goal, to keep us happy and healthy and comfortable.
Alive, safe.
Alive, safe, yes.
Alive in this moment, yeah.
So the first thing that I do is I start by talking to that part of us, the part of us that was there when that habit started. And we ask that part, what did you want? And we tell that part, we acknowledge that we know it had good intentions for us, but that it's not helping anymore. And that we want to meet those needs now in a better way, in a more healthy way, in a safer way, a more beneficial way. And so we get that part to help us, that younger part of us to help us. And then there's a part of us that knows now what we couldn't possibly have known then. But it still keeps us involved in that habit. And so we ask that part to take on a new job. We ask the part of us that likes to solve problems, that likes to create new ideas and new ways of thinking and being, to help us. And as we're asking these parts to help us, we're thanking them, and we're acknowledging that we have all the answers that we need to help us change that problem. I don't give any answers.
This is what I love about you, Linda, and this is where you and I are so aligned in our work. You know, people who go to therapists or therapy are very used to asking the therapist, what do you think I should do?
Right.
How would I know? How would I know? I don't live in your environment. I don't have your background. I'm not living with your partner. I'm not living with your kids. This is where Linda and is so empowering. You already have the answer within you.
Yes.
What I love about Linda, I was searching for so long. I had a massive problem, and I would come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was drinking wine. Mine was about drinking wine and my own health. I would self-sabotage constantly with my own health, and I never understood why. I mean, for God's sakes, I healed myself of MS. I mean, you think I would get my shit together, right? And I'm helping, but I had this one problem. I have been to so many people. Linda took us through this process, and it was boom, an epiphany to me. I don't have that problem anymore. Thank you,
Oh,
Linda.
that's wonderful.
Thank
That's
you.
wonderful. That's a great testimony.
Thank you. I don't have that problem anymore. It's gone.
That's just, my heart's singing now.
Your heart's singing. I want to cry. I'm actually going to cry. It's huge for me. And I found out this massive epiphany. I thought I would drink because I was bored. I would drink because I was happy. I would drink because I was sad. I would drink for celebration. I would drink because I failed. I had all these excuses. I really found out the reason why I was drinking, because I was too scared to really feel deeply my own emotions. Now, I could be there for somebody else and their emotions, not a problem. I couldn't be there for mine. So I would numb myself out. I don't have to do that anymore. Because I had this belief in my head that it wasn't safe to really feel, because when I was a little girl, I couldn't. I wasn't in a safe environment to really feel. So my subconscious went, switch off, it'll save you. And I carried that belief with me. I'm 48. I carried that for 48 years. And I was sitting there in Linda's class, and it just went, honey, it's safe to feel, you're all right. You're okay, you've got you. And it was, boom! It was incredible. And this is why I was like, Linda, I really need all my friends, all my people to know who you are, because this is what I want you to do. I want you to private message Linda. I want you to private message her. Or I want you to email her. Linda, what is your email?
My email is hypnotistlinda@gmail.com.
So hypnotist Linda, as in Linda, hypnotistlinda@gmail.com. I'll put it in the comments below. I want you to email her. I want you to have a session with her. That's what I want for you. If you're stuck, you've got this thing and you're like, what the fuck? I just don't know what to do with it. I don't know what it is. I want you to have a session with Linda Knight. That's what I want you to do.
I love that.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to have a session with Linda Knight. You'll do it over Zoom. It's easy. I do all my clients over Zoom. I have clients all over the world. This is what great therapists do. We share each other. Okay? Never sit there as a therapist and go, you're in competition with somebody. I am not in competition with Linda. We should all work together. We all work together. Okay, so I have strengths that Linda will send clients to me. Linda has strengths, I'll send clients to her. This is what we do for each other. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to, have you got a website, Linda?
My website is currently, it's going to be revamped, but
Cool.
Right now it is hypnotistlinda.wordpress.com.
Great, get onto her. Email her. Do what you got to do. But I
Message me, anything.
Yeah, I want everybody in the world to thrive. I'm sick of people surviving. It's time we started thriving. And I see that difference. I look at me and my family, we are thriving. And that's what I want to share around the world. I want you guys to thrive. I was thriving in all areas of my life except for that one thing. 6 p.m. would come along and next thing the wine bottle came out. And what that produced for me was great shame. And I felt ingenuine. I felt like I wasn't being authentic enough. And as you guys all know, I pride myself in being authentic. And I don't need to hide behind a wine glass anymore. I don't need it in my life anymore. And I want you, whatever you're relying on, whatever you're hiding behind, I believe 100% Linda Knight can help you with it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And I want you to contact her. I want you to get in touch with her. Linda, is there anything else you would want to say before we finish up here?
I would just echo that. I am looking at your family freedom protocol and thinking, oh boy, I got people that need that.
Yeah. Yes, we're actually
Um,
halfway through. My next one's in September that I'm teaching. And I've got
uh,
two gorgeous American women who was at HypnoBiz on there. I've got Anne and I've got Doris. And oh my God, they are a light in our group. They're beautiful.
mhm.
But yes, I do teach the Family Freedom Protocol. I teach you an 8-step system on how to get yourself and clients through trauma, through problems, and it's working with the conscious, the unconscious energy, and at a soul level. It's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So thank you, Linda. Thank you for that. Guys, Linda, you've got to get on to Linda. Just private message her. She's the most beautiful woman, and she gives great hugs, by the way. She gives amazing hugs. She's a light in my life, and you don't know how actually important you are to my life, Linda. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you.
my pleasure. Mwah. Love you, gorgeous girl. Love you all. I'm going to upload this now. Mwah. Bye.
All right. Thank you.